Hi, my name is Amar. In this video, I will talk about Carousel Slider using GetX. Now here what I have done, I have created a project named as Carousel Slider GetX by using the GetCLI tool. Okay. After creating the project, in the pubspec.yaml file, I have taken two dependencies. One is cached network image, another one is the Carousel Slider. Okay. Now after taking these two dependencies, here I have created the provider and the model. I have given the provider name as popular provider and the model name is popular model. Okay, and to create the provider, here I have run this command, get generate model on home from the URL from where I will display the slider. Okay, now if I open this URL in the browser, then you can see that it is returning this response from where I will take this image thumbnail path and I will create the slider. Okay, now if you don't know about GetCLI tool, then you can refer to my GetCLI video in the GetX playlist. The link you can find in the description of my video. Now in the provider, I will write the code to retrieve the thumbnail images from the URL which I have discussed. Okay, so here I will create a method named as getPopular. Okay, and obviously this method will be a async method. The return type of this method I will give as future list of dynamic. Okay, now inside this method I will use a try catch block Now inside the try block, here I will create a variable final response equals to await get, and in the get I will specify the URL from where I want to retrieve the images, and the URL is this one. Let me copy this and let me paste it here. Okay, now after that, here I will check if a response dot status dot has error, means if there is any kind of error, then I will return future dot error response dot status text. Whatever error text is there, that will be returned. Okay, and if there is no error, then in the else part, here I will return response dot body, and here I will specify this name where all the response is stored, that is TV source. Let me copy this and let me paste it here. Okay, inside the catch block, here I will write this one. If there is any kind of error, then future dot error, and here I will write exception dot to string. Whatever exception is there, that will be returned as a future. Okay, now I will move to the home controller. Inside the home controller, here I will create a variable lst popular, which will contain all the values which has been returned from the server. Okay, here I will make it as list of dynamic dot empty, and I will set growable true, and I will make it reactive by the use of .obs. Okay, after that, here I will create a variable is data processing. By default its value will be false and it will be a reactive variable, right? I will declare one more variable is data error equals to false .obs. Now what is the use of these two variables that I will discuss later on, right? After that, inside the init method, on init method, here I will create a method. Here I will call a method actually, get popular. This method needs to be created, which I will create here. Okay, void get popular. Now inside this method, I will use try catch block right. Now inside the try block, here I will use the popular provider class which I have created, popular provider dot get popular dot, then after that here it will be response, and here I will write the code, okay, and I will close it with a semicolon. Fine. Now first of all, what I will do, if the LST popular variable contains any value, then I will clear it by using LST popular dot clear method, right? After that I will set is, here I will do one more thing. Inside the try block, the variable is data processing which I have created, I will set its value as true. Means whenever this get popular function will be called, at that time the value of is data processing will be true. This means whenever the data is being retrieved from the server, at that time the value of this variable will be true, okay. And once we receive the response, after that the value of is data processing will be false. So here I will set it as false, right? And the response which is coming from the server, I will add it with LST popular by using the add all method, okay, right? Now after that, here if any error occurs, then in the on error I will use ERR, and in the on error here I will write the code, okay. In this case the value of is data processing will be again false. Means if any error occurs while retrieving the value from the server, at that time the value of is data processing will be false, and the variable which we have created is data error, its value will be true, okay. By default its value was false, but whenever error occurs, at that time the value of this variable will be true, okay. And similarly, if any exception occurs, at that time in the catch block I will write is data processing false and the value of is data error will be true, okay. Now after doing all these things, I will move to the home view part. Okay, now before moving to the home view part, here I will do one more thing. The value of is data error will be true whenever error occurs or whenever exception occurs. Now if the response comes successfully from the server, at that time what I will do here, I will set the value of is data error as false, okay. Now let me move to the home view part. Here you can see the home view is extending the get view. There is a scaffold widget. Now in the scaffold widget, inside the body, here I will use OBX widget, right. Inside this OBX widget, here I will check if controller dot is data processing dot value, if it is true, this means data is being retrieved from the server, and whenever the data is being retrieved from the server, at that time here I will write return center. I will use a center widget, and as a child of the center widget, here I will use a container widget. Inside the container I will give a margin from all sides, edge insets dot all. I will give a margin of 8, and as a child of this container, here I will use a circular progress indicator. So whenever the data is being retrieved from the server, at that time the value will be true, and whenever the value will be true, at that time a circular progress indicator will be displayed at the center position, okay. Now when the data is retrieved, this means in the else part, here I will check if controller dot is data error dot value, means if the value of is data error is true, this means there is something wrong when data is being retrieved from the server. At that time what will happen, and if the data is retrieved successfully from the server, then what will happen. Now if there is error while retrieving value from the server, at that time here inside this if part, here I will write return failure view. This failure view is created by me, which I will discuss later on, and inside this on pressed, here I will write controller dot get popular. Okay, this method I have called. Now let me move to the failure view, and you can see inside this failure view what I have done. This failure view is extending the stateless widget. Now in the constructor, here you can see I have declared some variables. You can see string, title and message, and here I have created a function and I have given the name as on pressed. Okay, here in the constructor of the failure view I have written this dot title equals to error and this dot message equals to something went wrong, and after that there is a required parameter, and in this required parameter I am using this function, this dot on pressed. Okay, now in the build method I have taken a container widget. I have given margin of 16 from all sides. In the center I have taken a column widget, and as a children of the column widget I have taken an icon. In the icon I have given the icon as icons.error. Color of the icon is red and the size of the icon is 150. After that there is a sized box. After that there is a text widget. In the text widget I have used the title which I have created here. After that again there is a sized box. Again there is a text widget. Here I have used the message. After that again there is a sized box. After that I have taken a elevated button. In the child of the elevated button I have used a text widget, and the text I have given as retry, and in the on pressed I have used this function on pressed. Okay, so actually in the home view, actually whenever in the failure view I am calling this on pressed, in the on pressed I am calling controller dot get popular. So if any error occurs at that time, this failure view will be displayed to the user, and whenever the user clicks on the button of this failure view, as you can see the failure view contains a elevated button. Whenever the user will click on this retry button, at that time again the get popular method will be called, which has been created inside the controller. Okay, but if there is no error, then the else block will execute. Okay, now in the else block here I will write return carousel slider. As you remember, in the pubspec.yaml file I have taken the carousel slider package. From that package we can use the carousel slider class. Okay, carousel slider. Okay, now here in the option, here I will use carousel options, and in the carousel options here I will use some of the options which is present inside carousel option. First of all I will use autoplay. This means the slider will autoplay or not. I will make it as true. I will give a aspect ratio as 2.0, and here I will use enlarge center page. This means the page which will be displayed in the center, that will be enlarged. So I make it as true. And what will be the enlarge strategy? That will be enlarge strategy dot height. There are different kinds of strategy. You can see it is height scale. I will use height here. Okay, now in the items property, what I will do, instead of items I will call a method generate slider. Okay, now this method I need to create, so I will create it here, void generate slider. Okay, now if I go to the items property, then you can see it is taking a list of widget. So instead of giving the return type as void, here I will use list of widget. Okay, now here I will write list of widget image sliders equals to controller dot lst popular, because this lst popular contains all the values which has been retrieved from the server, dot map. After that here let me change it to item. Let me give curly braces here. let me give a semicolon, and here I need to call the toList method. Okay, now here I will return container. Actually here I will design the view how the slider will look. Okay, now inside this container, as a child, again I will use a container, and for this container I will give a margin from all sides. Edge insets dot all, I will give a margin of 5. Okay, and after that, as a child of this container, I will use a widget clip r rect, and for this clip r rect I will use border radius dot all, and I will use here a circular radius dot circular, and I will give a radius of, let it be 10. Okay, now as a child of this clip r rect I will use cached network image. Now if you remember, in the pubspec.yaml I have taken the cached network image dependency, so this is being provided by that particular library. Okay, now in the image URL here I will use item, and after that the image thumbnail is actually stored here, so I will copy this and I will paste it here. Okay, and for this cached network image, in the fit property I will use box fit dot cover, and width I will use get dot width. Okay, and in the placeholder, means when the image is being retrieved from the server, at that time what I want to display as a placeholder. So for this placeholder it will take context and URL, and for this placeholder here I will use container, and I will use container color as, sorry, container spelling is wrong, container, and in the color I will use colors dot gray. Okay, after that here there is one more property which is called as the error widget. This means if there is any error while displaying the image in the cached network image, at that time this error widget will come into play, and here it will take context, URL and error. Okay, and here I will display error icon whenever there is any error while displaying the image. So here I will use icons dot error, and the color will be colors dot, let it be red. Okay, that's it. Now up to this, if I run the project, then you will be able to see some error is there. Let me check where the error is. Okay, now let me run this once again. One more thing I need to do, that this function is returning list of widgets, so I need to return this image slider as well. So here I will return the image slider. Okay, now let me show you the output. You can see that the image slider has been generated and it is auto playing. I hope you have liked my videos. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching.